top 10 is a big honour, innit? And I just feel like maybe it was a
Not when
bit
you look
too
at the current
soon.
right wingers, I can't lie. It's not much of an honour these days because I'm looking at the
It's true.
names here. You just, if you're all right, you get in the list nowadays.
I like to think of that, especially Juventus, they've got a fluid front three and they're everywhere. So.
Yeah, fluid with Allegri, yeah? Fluid.
It's confusing. It's confusing.
Yeah, it's really fluid, bro.
Yeah.
Like, I'd say you could start for Barca.
Really?
This is the Brazilian Malcolm that was
It's
getting
the
hyped
Brazilian
up, like-
market. He's playing for Al Hilal. That's why.
Just
Okay, so the rest of us are doing like top 10 right wing of the season. You're doing top 10 right wing of the De Rossi era, basically. That's what you're doing. Yo, what is everyone saying? Welcome back to another episode of the Total 90 Pod. This time last year, exactly a year ago, we did our top 10 right wings in the world. And we are back to see how much that has changed, who has entered the list and who has left the list. Here to provide some expert analysis, we have the bingo man. Just this last week, he's been, I guess, learning about players from other leagues now, finally. So hopefully he can provide us some fascinating insight into some of these wingers. Stokes, how you feeling, mate?
Yeah, I'm good. I got more knowledge than I've ever had, so I'm ready to go, you know.
Yeah, you've been an addict recently, so I'm expecting some serious names on the list. Next up, he was on the panel last time we did this, and he's going to have some serious questions to answer for. Yeah, I'm not going to say too much for now, but I will say that he is cooking recently with his Datro Fofana stocks after that banger on the weekend. Ali, chat to us.
I'm good. I'm excited to see what gets dragged up from the past, but I'm confident that nothing too crazy.
I've gone through the video. There are some interesting takes and names from last year for sure. And lastly, back from, I guess, what could you call it? Like an ACL injury from the pod. He's had no camera in his house for like the last year, but he's still been coming clutch with the wonderful graphics and thumbnails. He was responsible for some interesting takes too last year, by the way. So we'll see what happens this time. Yaz, what's good?
pleasure to be back, ready to debate some interesting takes here. I have a couple.
Yes. A lot to defend. The rules, as always, are very simple. The four of us, along with 5 mods, it's going to be Alfie, Ted, Haf, Aaron, and then Mohammed Salah, that you've seen recently on the pod, have given their list of the top 10 right wingers in the whole world based on like football ability, consistency rather, stats, all the usual stuff that you use to judge a right winger. If you finish first in somebody's list, it's 10 points. Second is 9. Third is 8 points, so on and so forth. 10th on your list is 1 point. Once it's all put into a whole spreadsheet, we have our combined top 10 list, along with a bunch of honorable mentions. And that's where we're going to start. There's not 55 names today. It's 28 in total, so 18 honorable mentions. In 28th place, it is not one of us. Salad clearly got the memo last time when I said that 10th place, you can have a bit of fun with it, because he's given 1 point to Mohammed Awad.
Who's that? Somali right winger?
Yes, it is. and the worst thing is, I googled Mohammed Awad to say what the hell is this, bro. The first one that came up was the Egyptian goalkeeper. I had to type in Mohammed Awad Somalia to find him. So apparently he's some brother. He plays for Sliema Wanderers in Malta, actually.
Yeah, that's just something right up right there. Yeah.
He plays in Malta. Kurt would love that one. Maybe we'll ask Kurt for some insight another time. But yeah, that's him in 28th. Another 2 players also have just the 1 singular point. Haf has given 1 point to Tsigankov. I'm not gonna lie, I don't really watch him like that, so I haven't got a clue. Yaz, would you hear him out on that one a little bit?
He was on the initial list, but he didn't make my top 10. But yeah, he's been solid for Girona this season.
Yeah, fair enough. Stokes, I dare not ask, right? I dare not ask.
What do you mean? He's got a few cards here and there. Like,
can he do Trevellis? That's the first.
yeah, of course he can.
And the last name with 1 point. This man was 26 last year on the list, and he's 26 again, thanks to me. It's an AFCON champion, Nicola Pepe.
As he snuck back here.
Who's done that then?
Who else? Who else has done it?
But what you guys don't understand, look at, bro, the manager got sacked, yeah? And the next thing you know, there was a key turning point, and that was Nicola Pepe coming on for Ivory Coast and running riot and winning that penalty. And next thing you know, they're the continent's champions. Some players on this list have tried to win AFCON for their country and they failed. So Nicola Pepe, he just scored recently as well. He's cooking for Trabzonspor these days. 4 goals.
Didn't he start up top for Ivory Coast, the game that got the manager sacked?
Yeah, but he was brought off for the wrong reasons, and then they lost afterwards when he came off. So that's the issue. They brought him off, and then boom, they collapsed. So these things they happen. But Nicola Pepe, congrats on 26th place. I'll ask you a question then, because the 25th, it's a new entry again. By the way, of the 28 names, half of them are new entries. So prepare for some new names here. Yaz has given us Malcolm.
Listen, I had to give him a shout out. Local player. He's been phenomenal. 60 million. He can start for a top 5 team in the world. I have to admit. Obviously, you guys
top 5 in the world.
Yeah. He could start for I'd say he could start for Barca. Definitely start for.
Really?
This is the Brazilian Malcolm that was getting hyped up.
Malcolm. He's playing for Al Hilal. That's why.
Just listen, bro. I watch him every week for my team, so I had to put him in. That's all. Shout out point.
Okay. Fair enough. 24th. This is someone that has gone down 14 places from last time.
Ooh.
Surprisingly, to be fair, actually. So he was 10th last time. He made it onto our list. He's no longer there. He's 24th. The only person to give him any points is Salad. Musa Diaby.
Ooh.
Stokes, was he close to your list? Obviously, had that start to the season.
I mean, I think he's been badly outshone by Bailey, and then he doesn't even really make the team that much anymore. So, I mean, not for me.
Yeah, I think if we're making this list after match day 3, maybe I could hear him out, but his spot has kind of got robbed. Ali, are you rating Diaby's thing?
No, not quite for top 10. I feel like his performances this season have been a bit up and down, so that 25 is probably where he deserves to be fair.
No dramas there. That's 24th. And 23rd, he was 23rd last year. He's still 23rd. I guess consistency. Alfie has given us Bakayoko. I mean, I only see him against literally Arsenal. That's the only thing. So I don't really have that much to go off. I'm not going to spend too much time on him because it's none of us. But someone here has given some points. It's a new entry, 22nd place, to Chiesa. Chat to us, Mr. Chiesa.
Yeah, I mean, obviously he's missed quite a lot of time. But I think if you're looking purely for ability, I think he's really, really high. I think he is, alongside obviously Vlahovic, like him and Chiesa, they look like the actual only dangerous people on that team. And I think just going off ability and importance to Juve, I feel like he's high in both categories. So I had to give him a decent position.
Yeah.
What is he, 8th? Yeah, 8th.
Yeah, so I think you're giving him 3 points, yeah. Yes, was Chiesa a consideration for you, or you're not really feeling him that much this year?
I considered him, but after research, it seems like this season he's been playing more off the left and up top more than right.
Ooh.
So I wanted to
they've given Stokes a VAR check.
I wanted to give this list to specific right wings, but as he said,
right
ability wise, he does play on the right, and we've seen him play on the right, and that was his peak before the injury. So I hear it based on ability. I'd probably place him in the top 10. Yeah.
Fair enough. Yeah, no dramas. 21st place. This is a man who was in our top 10 last year, but he has dropped 15 places. Once again, by coincidence, I don't know. Whenever someone has dropped 15 places, one man is responsible for the voting. It's Salad again. He's given points to Riyad Mahrez.
He's really on the African team.
Not even the best.
Riyad Mahrez. That's
not even the best right winger in the league. So I'm really.
It's fascinating, isn't it? And I could hear it last year, innit? Because he was doing great things for City. Even off the bench, sometimes he was still performing in big games. But I mean, recently, I'm not gonna lie to you and say that I'm watching him in Saudi league. So if Yaz tells me that he's not even the best there, then what can I say there?
He's good, but he's not a Malcolm. That's for sure. So if you put a winger,
some might argue he's not even a Saint Maximin, arguably. So
I don't know about that one.
I saw him score a banger last week on Instagram. That's all I have. But that being said, we get to our 20th place, who was also 20th last year. Stokes and Alfie are having Stokes and Alfie have a bit of a link up on this one.
Oh Jesus! Okay, this is not good.
Hey,
Alfie, respectfully to Alfie. When I hear that, I'm like,
why is he just getting attacked?
I think I know who it is as well. Too.
We'll see if you defend it or not. Then I don't know. 20th place is Kulusevski.
Yeah, I'm always a fan. I think maybe being on that in that Spurs side that scored so much free flowing football, like maybe that boosts my opinion of him. But yeah, I like him a lot. I think he's had some really good games. I think he had a good game against United, to be fair, and he's not a traditional winger. I think he's like a more of a, I don't know. When you think of a winger, he's not really who I think of, but he's very technically gifted, and I like him, to be fair. Yeah.
Ali, you a fan of Kulusevski?
I am a fan, but I feel like he hasn't hit the heights that he set for himself in it. So it's just been a bit overwhelming for me watching him at times.
Yeah, I used to rate him quite a bit. Well, I still do like him, but I used to like him a lot. When he first arrived, he felt like it was kind of electric. Now it's like he's not even the second guy or the third guy at Spurs. He's just there. If anything, maybe he plays better when he's like central. When Maddison was injured and he was, playing as more of a 10, he was cooking. But I don't know about him.
He's getting outshone by Werner now, man.
Yeah, it's not like... Yes, was he close to your list or not really?
Considered him, but I just don't think he's better than the names that I've had. And as you said, I think this season he has been stumped by an injury once that lined him for like a month. And I mean, you look at Spurs attack and it's like they're all scoring goals. So can you really pick one to be in the top 10 list? I find it tough. Like Brennan Johnson, Richarlison, they're all like bagging for them. But he's good. I like him.
Yeah, decent player. Fair enough. We get into 19th place. None of us have this guy. It is Salad on his ones yet again. This time, it's a man who's gone up by 4 spaces. It is Berardi. So we had him last time as an honorable mention. He's gone up a little bit. I'm not a Berardi watcher. Yaz, are you a Berardi watcher in any way?
Not really, no. But I've been hearing and seeing like he's been good this season again. But he's been good like every season. So I don't really know.
Stokes, has he got any like upgradable cards and that kind of stuff recently, or not really?
No, not really. To be fair, a bit of fodder is what we call him.
Yeah, fair. I mean, I know a certain Maltese man likes to gas up some players from that team, and then when they don't do anything for a whole year, he acts like nothing happened. But again, it's cool. No worries. Berardi, you enjoy that. In 18th, we have a new name. Ali is responsible. Is he on his ones? No, he's joined by Aaron. Jared Bowen. As a right winger, Ali, chat to me. What
I know this one's probably a bit controversial because he's been playing a bit of up front recently.
Not even a bit. I think he has been playing.
But he's had minutes on that right wing, yeah. And if you ask Jared Bowen, what position are you? My man said I'm a right winger, innit? So even though he's not necessarily playing full games at right wing, the question was top 10 right wingers, and I think I still class him as a right winger, and I think you man would all stay the same, despite him playing up front a little bit.
I'll classify him as a very good striker this season, is what I'd classify him as. I've seen him in interviews. They asked him, what does he think about it? He's enjoying playing up front. He's learning new things with, trying to ask Moyes. I don't know what he's asking Moyes, because Moyes isn't cold like that, but he's asking Moyes questions, and, Stokes, you're nodding your head a little bit. Are you trying to hear him out a little bit? Or?
I mean, for me, there was a couple of guys, Bowen was included, that were discluded because of their position this season. So, I mean, he'd be reasonably high on my list based on performances, but obviously not a winger this season. So, I have to take him out.
Fair enough. Yeah, I'm not mad at it. It's just I want someone that is playing predominantly right winger to be on a right winger list. But it's cool. 17th place. I won't waste too much time. It's a new entry. It's none of us. Aaron has put in Savio. I cannot even tell you a number of minutes of footage of his that I've watched. So, I guess congrats to him. Savio, you're in 17th place.
Very good.
But 16th is one that I find interesting, though, because this is a man that has gone up by 7 places. But would you believe it or not, he's gone up by 7 places just because one person has voted for him with more points than he did last time when no one else put him either. Yaz has introduced to us once again Dybala in the top 10 right wingers list. That he said he's only putting right wingers in.
Yeah.
Talk to us.
On the drawing, right? And you can check it. On the drawing, it says a second striker. Although this season he also played 5 games as a right winger, especially under De Rossi since Mourinho got sacked. He's been a right winger and he's been phenomenal. in that position. So alone on those 5 matches, I'd consider him top 10 easily. But you'd say he's a 10, but then you watch Roma, you'd see his positioning, you'd see how he play. That's a right winger. Like you can check the heat maps as well. Like you use your eyes. That's a right winger, and it's definitely a debate on what you view him. But based on this season and especially the last 6 matches when De Rossi came in and played him as a right winger, official drawing, he's been unreal.
Okay, so the rest of us are doing like top 10 right wing of the season. You're doing top 10 right wing of the De Rossi era, basically. That's what you're doing.
No. I said based off the 5 matches he played as a right winger, that's top 10. I've seen enough.
Okay.
I've seen enough.
Fair enough. I mean, I'm not gonna argue. I'm not putting him in a right winger list. As good as he can
No,
be,
yeah,
I'm
it's
not
definitely
putting him
debatable.
There, so,
yeah.
yeah.
But you had like
another
Bowen
one
and
that's debatable.
Chiesa, so I think you can.
Yeah. And I didn't put either of them because I have. Yeah, fair. I'll let you off. I mean, I'm not going to tell you not to. It's too late, right? I can't tell you remove him. So that's your list. Another man who I'm not really sure why he's here. Neither of us. It's a new entry, 15th place. Half has given his points to Xavi Simons. And that's a lot of points, by the way. That's a player that I really, really like.
Yeah.
But it's a player that I really, really don't think
it's a right winger.
is a right winger.
Yeah.
So I'm not even going to use a lot of time on him, but, keep on cooking. Because in 14th, a new entry, Ali is responsible. But he's not alone. You're with Ted and you're with Aaron. Christian Pulisic.
Right, you man don't want to show my boy give him his
That's
credit.
your boy,
now. Yeah, man. He
That's
wasn't
your
my boy
boy
when he
now.
was at Chelsea. He was injured
Okay,
too
I
much.
see.
But
I see.
now he's playing. We're getting to see him, and he's not having to be the star man, or he's not thinking that he's the star man, and he's producing, isn't it? He's scoring goals. He's getting assists at AC Milan. I think he's at his level, in it. I feel like, and he's doing well.
Yeah, the question is that the problem rather is you see guys even like Loftus-Cheek go there and they're looking like Toure and Hullet combined and that.
Yeah, Loftus-Cheek is a beast, bro.
Do you think that's a bit disrespectful from you, Ali? There, you said he's at his level now. Like, do you not think his level has risen rather than gone down?
No.
Yeah, low-key, hold on a second. Yeah, hold on a minute. You're saying he's gone from Chelsea, the bottom half, to Champions League Milan, or Group Stage Milan at least.
Bro,
he's now at his level. Can you clarify what you mean by that?
When Pulisic was at Chelsea, I'm pretty sure we faced Milan and whooped them in the Champions League, innit? You know what I mean?
Okay,
that was the difference in levels. Now it's like he's gone to Serie. It's a bit more chill. You're away from the Premier League spotlights. He can do his thing.
I see. Yes, you were sort of nodding your head in agreement over there. So are you a bit of a Pulisic fan yourself?
I consider him. I think this season he's been brilliant, especially stepping up when Leao was injured for a bit. I think he's a little bit too inconsistent for me to make the top 10, but I'd say he's been really, really good. So I hear the shout.
Fair enough. No dramas. 13th place. Ali's here yet again. This is a man who has gone up 14 places from last time. Ali was the only one who had him last time. This time, he's joined by Ted. So he's no longer on his ones anymore.
I thought you were going to say everybody.
Nah. Yeah. We're all going to join you and he's there in 13th. Nah, sorry, mate. It's just you and Ted, but Ted's given a good chunk of points. That's why he's up here this time. It's an understandable one, in fairness. It is Michael Olise.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, he's been injured a lot, but with what Yas said on those 6 games that he's seen Dybala under De Rossi, the games that I've seen Olise, you know what I mean?
You can't just use that.
No, he's absolutely classy, man. Like, if we take those games, and I think his numbers in those games are decent as well, innit? If you take that and apply it across the season, woof, you're looking at one of the best right wingers going.
Yeah. I mean, like I said, he's been improving this time. Last year, I remember specifically in his videos when, people thought it was like an agenda starting, if you will, where I was saying, I like this brother a lot, but at some point in time, you got to start giving me numbers. You can't just be looking nice all the time and then you have, like, just dead numbers. He started to do that, but yeah, like I said, injuries as well have been kind of stopping him a little bit, but it's clear to see that him and Eze carry that entire team. Like, if one of them is out, they just look terrible. If they're both out, just call it a write-off. Doesn't matter if it's Roy Hodgson or anyone, bro.
Jordan Ayew, bro.
They've even sent him into... Yeah. I don't even want to bring up that guy's name after what happened last week, so I'm just not gonna say anything. Stokes, did you consider Olise a little bit or injuries?
Yeah, I like what you say, but it's an injury thing for me. And Roy Hodgson, unfortunately, had a terrible effect on that team as well, like attacking wise. So I mean, yeah, he could play though.
Yeah, we'll see. I imagine probably next year he will finally crack that top 10. Especially if he keeps on airing Chelsea. I do enjoy that, to be fair. Yeah, you told my boy Ali to hold that. So that was nice. 12th place, we have 2 more honorable mentions. This is another new entry. I am responsible, but I'm not alone. I'm with Alfie and I'm with Aaron. You make of that what you will, but I think it's a reasonable name. Leon Bailey. Stokes mentioned him before. I feel as though, again, had we done it like 2 months ago or 3 months ago, you're thinking about, Moussa Diaby early season, but Bailey has come back and said, nah, man, you ain't taking, like, last time we saw him take his spot in Leverkusen, he said, nah, not this time. I'm taking my chain back. And he has been the starting winger for Aston Villa, the most important winger for them, to the point where Diaby is having to hold bench, or every now and then they chuck him left wing if they're not feeling like McGinn or anyone else that they randomly play on the left. So I think he deserves to get a cheeky. I gave him 2 points. I put him 9th in my list. I think it's enough. He has close, no close.
I have my top 10 list here. He's in my honorable mentions name. I really
Okay.
considered him because, as you said, Diaby went injured, then he's out of form. He stepped in and he's been insane for Aston Villa. He's been like an incredible electric winger. He's always in the box at the right time, creating havoc. So I really enjoy watching him. It's a shame that it's Villa, but yeah, he's been really good.
Yeah, Stokes, you take him at United.
I mean,
Yeah, you got Anthony.
There's a couple guys in the pecking order. There's a few guys I'll take first, but he's a good player.
Yeah, so I guess he isn't really near your list at all then.
He is, but like for me, it was 50-50 between a couple of Prem guys, and he lost out that one.
Yeah, fair enough. Ali, you a fan? Jamaican right winger?
Yeah, no, I do like him, but I feel like he's just a bit. I don't know what I get from him, kind of thing, innit? Whenever I see him on the Villa lineup, I just don't know if he's going to put in a good performance or it's just going to be a disappearing act, innit? But he is good on his day still.
Yeah, fair enough. Again, I hear all of that one. It's not like I have anything to argue about massively. But in 11th, the last name of our honourable mentions, Stokes, welcome. You are joined by Tedinho and the Haffinator. So, again, make of that what you will. The name is Pedro Neto.
Yeah, and there it is. There's the guy I took just above.
Yeah.
I mean, whenever I watch Wolves, it was just like it's gonna be him. If there's something going on, it is him. He's kind of like a one man crew over there. I mean, they had Cunha as well, and they started to play a bit.
And Hwang Chan.
No, okay, they started to play a bit better, but for the first, I think they had a really rough start, and then Neto started just getting involved, got a lot of contributions. I like him. I think he's really, really. I think he's good, and I think obviously I had this question with like who would you want at United, and obviously it was some people say between Olise and Neto, and I think I would prefer Neto. I think he's very, very good.
That's an interesting one. I haven't really thought about that one, to be fair. It's just, I mean, they're both kind of having a few too many injuries for my liking. To be honest with you,
they're both injury prone.
I don't really like that.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I haven't really seen whether they're impact injuries or muscle injuries or lack of. I don't know what it is, but I don't like unreliable wingers like that, unfortunately. Ali, did you consider him for your list?
I did. I think I considered like him, Olise, Bailey, Diaby. They were all like considered together in it, and I think for me, Olise just picked the lot in it. I think he's just a little bit better than them, a bit more. You can rely on him in it to produce something magical in the tighter games. So that's why Neto's
fair
not there
enough.
for me.
Reasonable. Was it an injury thing, or was it just not really feeling Neto like that?
That, and I feel like how can I say this? The best ability is availability. I think he missed. I think he missed November and December entirely through injury, so he missed like 7 games. But he's really consistent. I really like him. In terms of is he Wolves' best attacker? I'd say it's him and Cunha, like 1 or 2. But yeah, I think I considered him. He's definitely in my honorable mentions.
I think Huang's been cooking this year, though. I feel like we're kind of just
Yeah,
ignoring.
Yeah,
Huang
no,
might be number one
he's
this
been
year.
good. Yeah,
He went to Asia Cup, and then since then, obviously not really returning.
Yeah.
But yeah, he's good.
Fair enough. Again, I hear them ones. Now, a bit more chaos and controversy because, as I said, we did this video last year, and in front of me there are 13 names of players that made people's lists last year that no longer even got one single vote. I'm going to read them. Some of them are, amongst us. Some of them are some of the mods, so I won't spend too long on them. In 24th last year, Yaz was gassing up Jeremy Pino.
ACL injury, bro. ACL. I can't control it, unfortunately. He needs class.
Okay.
He's class.
This is you're getting them curt excuses, and I like it. You just blame it on everyone else instead of.
He tore his
cool.
ACL.
No worries.
Dude.
No offense, it's calm. 19th place was Marcus Edwards. That was Alfie and Ted. Off of the he had some nice interviews when he was at Sporting playing against Spurs and I think Arsenal as well. 17th and 16th actually, Hoffman and Brandt were both Furhat, giving some Bundesliga prop. Nobody has put them in this time. 15th, Alfie put in Valverde as a right winger, which at the time it kind of made a bit of sense. In fairness, 14th. This is a man who Yaz put in his top 3, but suddenly doesn't have a single point. His name is João Mario.
One season wonder. Oh, wow. One season wonder. Listen,
last season no ACL injuries.
No, he just fell off. He just fell off. And listen, last season he had the numbers, he had the eye test. This season, I don't even think he starts over Di Maria. So it's really a shame, but we're doing it yearly, so calendar year.
We are. There's nothing to apologize for. Like we let you land last year, but obviously, a year has gone by and he's not doing it anymore. 13th, however, you are here again. This time with Alfie and Tyler. You guys were gassing up Django Ouattara, and I don't really think he's kicked on in the last year.
He scored and assisted in a comeback last week.
No, that's cool, but it's over a whole season now. So.
You man had him in your top 10 right winger. This the same Bournemouth one.
Yeah,
yes.
Yeah. This is exactly what you said last year, by the way. You said Ouattara, and you were like, "Is this the Bournemouth one that you lot are talking about?" He's giving the exact same quote again. So yeah, and I said, "Hey, listen, it's been a decent start, but like maybe." We can come back in a year and he'll be on the list. Well, he's not. So, yeah, there we go. 12th place. Ali, you were responsible. This guy is not even anywhere near anymore. It was you and Furhat ganging up for Serge Gnabry.
Oh, yeah, you know what I mean? I honestly don't know what's happened to him, innit? Like, I have to look into it a little bit, but he has definitely fallen off still. I didn't even remember him until now.
Bro, howler. But all the Bayern wingers are a bit confusing. You'll see. It won't be the last one, trust me. 11th was Rafinha. That was me. That was Mav. That was Haf. That was Tyler. I don't think it was a bad take to put Rafinha in there. Even now, I feel like if he was like 15th, 16th, I don't think it would be outrageous. But there we go. 9th place. His name just came up earlier. But Ali, you were obviously hyping up Di Maria.
Oh, yeah. You know what I mean? He's had a since then, and he's got a bit off my...
He's getting on.
Yeah, he's getting a bit older.
But now there's one that we do, or I know I have to apologize for. You guys might not, I don't know. Because in 8th place in our top 10 right wingers in the entire world, we had Miguel Almiron. Now, what? In fairness, what I did say is the eye test, he fails it massively. But I cannot ignore the crazy numbers that he's putting up. Like, you have to get into my list just about. So that's why I put him in. I think I forgot to write down how many because it was most of us that put Almiron.
I feel like I might have had him in, but he tricked us, innit? He was actually doing ridiculous stuff. He was scoring bangers and running.
I don't even think he tricked anyone. I just think it was like, I know you're bad, but you're going to be in my list because I have to put you in. If it's the top 10 of this year, I have to put you in. But you haven't fooled me necessarily. But the last 2 names that are no longer in this list are fascinating because they were 2 of our top 3 in last year's one, and they're not even getting one singular vote this time. Last year in 3rd place, everyone except Mav had Kingsley Coman.
Oh, wow.
Not even 1 point this time. Not a singular point. That is
Tuchel
remarkable. He has a... is it Thomas Tuchel's fault, yeah?
Tuchel. Can't really fault him. Also injuries.
We
to
just
be
seen
fair.
all the Bayern wingers vanish. Yeah. And the player that was in second place, everyone had him except Ferhat. It was Lionel Messi.
Oh yeah,
Didn't get a single point this time. Now I must say, before I even move on to our top 10, I did send the list to one more person because I didn't know if Aaron was going to be awake or not. I sent it to Callum, and he actually put Messi number 1 in his list. So luckily, it's not counting towards our table. He would have had 10 points, absolutely no reason, because he's scoring like, bro. I'm seeing them move the goalpost so he can score in Inter Miami. Yeah, I can't be having that one. So yeah, that was all the ones from last year that didn't get a single point. We can now finally get in to our top 10. And in 10th place, myself and Yaz do not have this guy in at all. Stokes has him quite high, and Ali's got him included too. It's just those two, and you're joined by Salad. Salah's giving him a lot of points, by the way. So if you have seen his list today, you know this is not a good thing now. This is definitely not a good thing. 10th place, we have Ousmane Dembele.
Ooh.
Stokes, why is he in your top 4?
Wait, Pete, you guys don't have him?
No.
He's on my
Really?
list, but not
Why
top
is
4.
that?
Top 4 is crazy, bro.
He's had a massive rejuvenation over there.
Yeah,
and,
off his leg, as in that he's fit to play now, sure.
No, but like his question has never been like how talented is. He's obviously massively talented. It's just how much can he play, and he's played a fair bit, and he's been really good, you know.
So the excuse is always that he's injured, right? He's now been fit the entire time, and I don't know if he has to pull up the stats or not, but you can correct me if I'm wrong. He has 1 goal the entire season. 1 goal, 0 in 2024.
I do remember seeing something about that.
If you're fully fit the whole season and you're playing in McDonald's League, as they call it, or is it still Uber Eats? I don't even know what it is at the moment. Uber Eats, the entire season, 1 goal, 4th place.
No, okay, statistically, you might be onto something, but the talent is still there. You know, he's still. You're telling me you want someone like, let's use an example like an Olise on your list and not an Ousmane Dembele. Like, that's just downright disrespectful.
I don't have Olise, but I think I'd take Olise before Dembele at the moment. Yeah, bro, we're in 2024, man.
No, but he's back.
I'll take Mohammed Awad over Dembele.
He's back. Wait, where did Salah have him then?
He put him. He put him second, man.
Whoa!
He put him second. I don't know what.
The man of culture.
He just saw the ability part of the explanation, and that's it. Forget about the rest of it. But I feel like, obviously, stats aren't always the most important thing. Yeah, we can agree on that. But if you're doing like a top 3 or top 4, you have to have the numbers to back up what on earth you're doing.
I mean, I think the 1 goal is a bit misleading. Like, I just had a quick check just to make sure, and he's all competitions. He's nearing close to like 15 GA. So I mean, he's got a lot of assists.
What are the other competitions? Oh, you're adding a. Oh,
he quietly says GA.
No, he's got assists. He's got assists. What do you want to do? He's
got 15 GA.
He's got 8 assists in the league. You know, like he's doing well over there. It's just he's not a goal scorer. You know?
Yeah, but 1 is not like. Because I saw, obviously, there was a conversation going about like a France-England combined 11 or whatever, right? And I had Saka as the right winger, and I was getting lambasted for saying like, you stupid like Premier League rat, like you don't know about Dembele. And I'm thinking, if you're gonna compare like serious right wingers, they can have your eye test or they can be fit, consistent, whatever, but also give you numbers. I don't care about anything. 1 goal in that league is crazy, bro. That cannot be a top 4 right winger on the planet, I'm afraid. Sorry, man. He's just for reference, he's got less goals than Nicola Pepe, but
I would like to know how many big chances Messi has. That's a real stat, I'd say, for him.
Yeah, I wouldn't know that one off the top of my head, unfortunately. So there is Dembele in 10th place again. Just the 3 of you voted for him. Ali has him quite low, so I guess Ali put him in just for ability. I'm assuming, yeah.
Yeah, he's got the ability to stand amongst these players, innit? But if we're talking numbers and efficiency, it's just something missing.
Yeah. What's fascinating is he has gone down 6 places. He was 4th on our list last time, actually. Everyone had him except Yaz, because these guys were saying that Ziyech and Pulisic are clear and they don't need Dembele at their club. Those were some good times back then. The Chelsea fans. It was interesting. But there we go. Dembele in 10th. He's gone down 6 places. In 9th place, let's see. All of us have this guy except Ali. And there are 2 more that don't have him either. It's Salah and it's Aaron. 9th place with 24 points. Kubo. I will let... Actually, Ali, do you even know who Kubo is? I'll start with you.
Yeah, also Kubo, right? The Royal Sociedad one. I know, man, innit?
Cold.
I don't know if
FM,
it was just, like, are we putting him in because, FM still. Like, is it just a one-thinking thing, or has he actually been putting up numbers and making an impact like that, innit? You got to do a bit more when you're at these small fish to get onto my radar, innit? I can't lie.
Okay. He's not on Ali's radar yet, so we can't really...
Sociedad, they could... I mean, this is another disrespectful moment, I believe. Like,
ooh, interesting.
What, call it Sociedad small fish?
The Champions League knockout side, you know? Like,
ooh, that's a fascinating point. What are Chelsea up to... Oh, they're playing Newcastle tonight, isn't it? Yeah. Fascinating. I'm not going to say anything too much because you might win the game and then it's going to come out on Thursday, it is. So what do you think of Kubo?
He's sensational. He's unreal. You don't even need to watch Sociedad to realize he had that crazy goal scoring run at the beginning of the season.
Yeah, start of the season.
Yeah, since then it's dried up after the Asian Cup, but he's still performing. He's still playing. And Sociedad have been in a slump recently. I think like 1 win in their last 7. But every time you watch them, he's still their best player. He's still like, I think, and this is going to be a bold shout, if Salah leaves Liverpool, he should be the replacement. Like he should be the replacement 100%.
Really?
Yeah. I think he should be the Salah replacement on Pool. And he will get a big move, I think, in the summer, hopefully.
Fair enough. We shall see. I'll be honest. I don't watch Sociedad like that unless they're playing Barcelona or Real Madrid. But I do see his goals pop up on Twitter every now and then. Not keen on the celebration, really. But that aside, I like what he's doing. So, I mean, me, you and Stokes all have him literally 7th and 6th. So, no, 8th and 7th rather. So, we're all about the same. But obviously, Ali's... It's not on his radar yet. He needs to be doing it at like 11th or 12th in the Premier League to be rated. So that's fine. No problem. In 8th place, me and Yaz link up again, but this time Stokes and Ali don't join us. All the mods have joined us though. So...
Oh, Jesus. Okay.
You two are on your ones. In 8th place, with how many points? 26 points. We have Mohamed Kudus.
Oh, yeah, that's...
I think that you could maybe say there's a tiny bit of Ghana bias, but I do think he's been cold as well. Even in, let's say, Paqueta's absence or when Bowen's been playing centrally, Kudus has been the guy that has been making things happen. Whether in the Premier League or in Europe, he even in what did they smack us in? Was it Carabao? I don't even know. I think it was the Carabao Cup.
Yeah.
He was there cooking as well, so I had to put him in. I'm so happy to see him in there. He's a new addition. Obviously, he wasn't here last year, even though he had a few nice Champions League moments. Stokes, I guess tell us why you did not have him in your list.
There are a few things. I think, obviously, there was one where I was a bit unsure of his position because I've seen him.
Okay.
I've seen him deployed a few. I think Paqueta being there affects his position. I think he can be central, like behind the striker, or he can be on the right wing. He's a very good player. I like him a lot, but that's kind of what held me back a little bit.
Okay, interesting. It didn't hold you back for Chiesa. It didn't hold you back for like.
I don't agree with Chiesa. I think he plays right wing, to be honest.
Okay. That was Yaz's VAR, to be fair. It wasn't my VAR check. So
no, I remember. You know I do remember like thinking of Chiesa and checking it, and every like last few games I'm seeing it's like either him as a 2 striker with Vlahovic in a back 5, or as a more of a left winger.
I've just done the research. So this season, I'll list out. So as a second striker, 17 games. Centre forward, 4 games. Left wing, 3 games. Right wing, 0 games.
Who's giving you that information?
Transfermarks.co.uk.
Can we trust them?
Who do you trust, Stokes? Stokes trust Bet365. That's what
I trust Flash Score, man, where they put him on the pitch.
Interesting. So Yaz's VAR check was indeed correct. So,
all right, Kudus also not a winger apparently on this website. So,
is it?
I mean, it's one of them ones, isn't it? You got to look into it. I don't know.
Hold on.
Maybe a lot of these aren't really.
Let me verify since you said that about Kudus. Wrong.
Attacking
right wing, 19 games. Unlucky, mate.
Wait, how do you see the games?
Look on the right.
Yeah,
do you not see that? Like, there's like it says positions played. It's got like the
the little thing.
And it's got right wing 19, left wing 1, attacking mid 6. That's what you're looking.
Fascinating.
Yeah.
Interesting.
You learn something new every day, huh?
Oh, I got it. Okay.
Oh, so he was looking at the thing above where it has their agent and stuff. Oh,
yeah.
That's what happens when you don't watch the game, Stokes.
They got me.
That's
I like to think of that, especially Juventus. They got a fluid front three and they're everywhere. So.
Yeah, fluid with Allegri. Yeah, fluid.
It's confusing.
Yeah, it's really fluid, bro.
Yeah.
Right. In 7th place, who is in 7th here? All right, Ali and Yaz are together. Me and Stokes haven't joined. Salah has given him 8 points, as has Alfie. Aaron's given him 7 points. I kind of hear it, to be honest with you, but I just, maybe a bit of recency bias has made me not put him in. It's Leroy Sane. I guess Yaz chat to us about Leroy Sane. You just about had him in, actually, so you go first.
Yeah, it's a tough one because going through the right wingers list, basing it off recent performances, Sane doesn't make the top 10. But you can't deny his first half of the season where he's been Bayern's second best player or even best player with Kane. First half of the season, he was on fire. His last goal was 28th of October, 2023. The assists are there, but the goals have dried massively. Yeah. So I think I would have had him higher based on the first half of the season, but then you watch his last 10 performances and it's like, is he really a top 10? But I had to give him a point or two because, as I said, you can't deny the first half of the season.
Yeah, obviously my excuse is Champions League. He just looks terrible, and that's where I'm watching him. Aside from 4 or 5 Bundesliga games, I'm trying to tune in more to hate watch on Kane. It could be. But you said you might have to just give him 1 or 2. Ali's giving him 7 points. So Ali, is this based off Man City or what's?
Yeah, maybe I've got him that high because I've always rated him from his previous days, and I thought he's getting back to those standards. But in terms of what you want from a right winger, I feel like he's got it all in it. He can create, he can be direct and score himself. He's got a good pass for assist and stuff. He's effective in it. So at his best, I think he belongs right towards the top of this list. So I got him in there towards the middle list.
Enough. No, at his best, I think one of the most underrated Premier League wingers ever when he was at City in 2018. But we are in 2024. There are some names that I don't know. I understand why he's there though. I get that he could at least be 8th, 9th, 10th, and that. But Stokes, I guess you, like myself, you're not much of a Bundesliga respecter, right?
Yeah, no, I just made it a point not to include any Bundesliga players because obviously the Sancho situation. I mean, he's gone back there and he's looking good again. I mean, I think
apparently he's not. Apparently they actually hate on him already.
Oh, is it?
It's Maatsen that's balling out.
I saw. I think he was sitting defenders down. I've never seen him go past a defender in the Premier League.
Yeah, first. What are you gonna say? Yes.
No, I think Sancho has been horrible. I think last game he's been solid, but I didn't watch. I don't watch Dortmund, if I'm being honest.
Yeah, that's fair. We get to our top 6. Everyone has him except Ali and Salad.
That's nice.
Cold. His name is Lamine Yamal. Ali, do you know who that is? You play FM.
Yeah, I know. I'm the kid when I hear one. You know what I mean? I just felt like maybe it was. I feel like maybe it was a bit too soon to put him in the top. Top 10 is a big honor, isn't it? And I just feel like maybe it was
not when you look at the current right wingers. I can't lie. It's not much of an honor these days because I'm looking at the names here. You just, if you're all right, you get in the list nowadays. It's not like a strikers thing. It is. But that's I mean, I think he has to be in. Stokes, you have him the highest. Although, no wait, do you? No, you and Yaz have him on the same points. Stokes, chat to me about Yamal.
He's just an exciting talent, isn't he? I feel like he's like you look at it, you look at what he's doing, and how the fact he's actually become one of their main men, and then you look at the fact that he's 16 years old. It's mental. So I mean, yeah, he has to get in there.
Arguably like one of the most important players at this point already. I guess like Frankie and then one of the defenders. Obviously, shout out to Kurt as well. He tells us every day that he's been watching him and scouting him since he was I think 13-year-old child. I think it was
11 actually. Yeah.
Oh, he's an 11-year-old child. He's been watching. Yeah, it's first. I'm not sure why he has access to tapes of Lamine Yamal as an 11-year-old, but congrats to him. Yes, were you a fan of Yamal when he was 11, or were you?
No, this year, bro. This year, I'm good, bro.
This year, cold.
Yeah, this year. But he's already Barca's X factor.
Yeah.
Like
good player though.
Yeah, you see Barca being terrible because they have Lewandowski up top, and then Yamal comes on or he starts and everything goes through him. Everything is created by him. I think this season he has 6 goals and 4 assists in only 19 starts.
Fair enough. Congrats to him. That's a new entry. And 4th and 5th are joint on 37 points. So, as per usual, the way that I've done it is the player that gets more points among us is the one that goes above. So in 5th place, let's see, did anyone miss him out? Yeah, this guy is 5th because Stokes and Yaz don't have him at all. Neither do Salad and Alfie. His name is Philip Foden.
Wow.
Never a right winger. Never.
See, this is interesting because obviously last year I did not, of course, have any space for him because I said he plays right wing, he's terrible. He goes left wing, he's terrible again. They put him central, then they say, oh, why is he not playing right wing? This year, I think his best games have been centrally, but he's also contributed enough off the right for me to reluctantly put him in. I think you can't just not put him in the list, in my opinion. Yeah, so you didn't have him either.
I didn't put him just to piss off Foden fans. There's a lot of discourse.
Like 10 minutes delayed or something. What?
Am I?
Oh, okay, he's back.
Am I delayed?
Okay.
I think I am delayed. Yeah.
Yeah, I can hear you now.
Okay. I said I didn't put him in just to piss off City fans and Foden fans because there's a lot of discourse around him, and I don't really, as you said, his best performances came centrally, so I always view him as a central player. The same argument could be made about Dybala, but I've seen Dybala on the right outperform Foden on the right, so that's really it.
Interesting. I see Stokes typing something. Is that Google or is?
Yeah, I'll check it because so the way I saw it, and this would have become a difficult list because there was a few names that I was like, okay, so you play there a little bit. I don't think you're really that. I don't think that's really your position, but technically you are. So Xavi Simons and Foden were the 2 main ones for me, where it's like, okay, they would be easily in the list, but then I look at them and it's like, they've got a fair amount of games. Both of them got a fair amount of games at right wing, but if I had to look at it, would I really call them a right winger? Probably not. So I just completely left them out. But it's not. I mean, I'm a massive Foden fan, so it's nothing to do with that. It's just positional bias for me.
Fair enough. Yeah, he's gone from 22nd up to 5th, so fair play to him. Ali, you got him in your top 2, I believe.
Yeah, man. I think in that right wing position, there's not many that are more dangerous than him in it. And I hear it that he is a bit can play there, but I think I personally think he's just as in either position in it. Like he can be effective in the be effective on the right. I just don't like him on the left, and apart from that, I put him anywhere across that front 3.
Yeah, fair enough. No, he is definitely taking the keys this year, so I cannot. I have to put him in it. I may have like agendas and biases, but I just say what my eyes are seeing in front of me, and I see him do bits at right wing. So there you have it. So in 4th place, level on points with him. Funnily enough, speaking of all the discourse and whatever, is a man who. No, he hasn't replaced him. His replacement has. Basically, 4th place is Cole Palmer of Chelsea. Ali, you've got Champions League spots for something. How impressive is that?
I'm
even about Cole Palmer.
Even more impressed that he's managed to be above Phil Foden So shout out you, man, for putting in.
Well,
Welly.
same points. It's
Oh,
same
same
points,
points, okay.
but all of us have put Palmer in. That's why I said, okay, he
Yeah,
gets the full
it
spot
is similar
because-
with them as well, where like I think Cole Palmer is equally as good across that front line in it, and
Yeah.
he can be effective. Yeah, I think he's very effective on that right hand side if you've got balance. So I think he is up there, and he's just going to keep getting better. So he's going to be a name on this list for a long time.
Yeah, I do find it interesting that obviously Stokes said no space for Foden because of the positions thing, but then Palmer is comfortably in the
But
list when I've seen him
do you
play
know-
centrally a lot as well.
But do you not think for Chelsea, like he just primary? If you had to look at like one main position, he just does line up on that right wing, no?
Numbers wise, I couldn't tell you as a matter of fact, but I feel like Sterling plays quite a lot on the right, or sometimes like Madueke and that. I see him play middle
Sometimes, yeah, sometimes. I
a
mean,
significant chunk. I don't know if I can pull it up right now to be fair, but
I feel like he's not as
you might be
effective
more
in the
right.
middle because of our midfield at times.
Yeah.
it probably is more right. But I don't know by what extent. Let's find out.
Sterling had the injury
Current
and
season.
he's like tipped in form, so I think Cole Palmer
So
has
he's
been the right
played
winger.
he's played right wing 14 and then through the middle 16.
Yeah, that's fair.
So yeah, it's about it's
but
about
is that
even.
not striker
That
as well?
can
Like,
and
do you
nine-
not
and
throw him
nine.
in front?
Yeah. Just
Yeah.
I guess it's like centre forward, and because they don't really
Yeah.
play with him as like a 9, right? They play him as like centre forward or a 10, false 9, whatever. But I can again I understand why he'd be. I've put him in, so I count that. I'm just saying, surely Foden should also be
Yeah,
included
So
if that's.
I
the
think
logic.
the way I kind of thought of it was like, okay, so you're building your best Chelsea team. I would put because I like the three midfielders. I would put I'll
Yeah,
put
that's
Palmer off the wing. If you build a City team, I put Foden through the middle. So I mean,
Yeah.
that's the problem. Yeah, that's
Fair
kind of how I did it. Yeah,
Yeah, no,
that's good.
reasonable, makes sense. All right then, we'll go to our top 3 because strangely enough, our third place is the first time that all 4 of us. Oh no, Palmer was one, but all 4 of us have him, but not all the mods have him. Alfie doesn't have him. Ted has not got him. Haf hasn't got him. We go over to Spain. Real Madrid, Rodrygo, 41 points.
You're saying they don't have him at all?
They're not on their list.
I think because he hasn't been playing quote unquote right wing. If you're looking at the team lineup, but he ends
Yeah,
up
but
on
like
that right
Okay,
wing.
I hear that, but I mean you're playing. He's on the right of let's say the 2
Yeah.
strikers if they're doing that. But he's a right winger, man.
Yeah.
Like that is a right winger. He doesn't play. He's played centrally sometimes. I don't want to see him off the left. He's not a striker either. I feel like he has to be considered as the winger in this one. I can't quite see how they don't do that, especially when these are the same guys that are giving plenty of points to, again, guys like Cole Palmer, guys like Xavi Simons are getting a lot of points for them. So I feel like he has to be in. I like him a lot. I've been guilty of missing him on lists sometimes because he's not Madrid's superstar. He's not their main man. He's
This season he had to be.
arguably not even. Yeah, he's not even one of their 5 most important players realistically, if I'm thinking off the top of my head. But he's been cooking. He does his thing. Not quite for Brazil. That's my question mark about him. I don't really like him playing for Brazil the last year anyway. But yeah, he deserves to be there. Yeah, as he put him 3rd as well.
Numbers, eye test, everything, he's there. This season, obviously, Vinny had injury, came back, really inconsistent, not the Vinny that we're used to seeing, and he stepped up. I think he's Madrid's, I'd say, first, second player, depending on what you think. Like him and Jude are definitely a class above everyone else. So yeah, I really rate him. I really, really like him.
Yeah, first Stokes, Rodrygo fan.
Yeah, and I think with the formation thing, obviously, like on paper it might not look like it, but we know that Bellingham pushes through the middle and then they push off.
Yeah.
So I mean, yeah, right winger for me.
Cold tactics from Stokes right there, you man.
Yeah.
You getting a little tactical insight there, coach.
The triangle, you know what I mean? But yeah, no.
You're gonna get you a tactics board soon.
He's good though, man. He's a good player. Yeah.
Yep. Now, our top 2. Had I used Callum's list and not Salad's list, this would have been a 50-50 split. Like it would have been a draw. They would have both had 85 points. But because I've put Salad's list in, now there is a winner by 4 points. So in second place, 3 people gave him 10 points. Half Aaron and Ali. Second place is Bukayo Saka.
You know, when you said salad was the deciding factor, I knew that African was going to be number one.
But he's even a Salah hater, which is interesting. But we'll get into that one. Ali, what's made you go from massive hater to putting Saka number one now? Because you're the only one amongst us, funnily enough.
It's part of my apology to Saka, you know what I mean? I've
Okay.
spent a long time hating on him and talking
Yeah.
down on his name, but the guy's been around, he's doing this thing for a minute now, so
Yeah.
he probably, for me, he deserves that number one spot, especially with Salah being a bit injury and going away to AFCON, innit? He just pips him over me.
Yeah, I mean, we'll talk about them both because, yeah, as you can imagine, Salah is number one, 4 points more than Salah. I'll be honest, this might be the first one that I've bottled a top 10 list because I really, in my heart, wanted to put Saka number one because I thought the same as you. He's had injuries, you know, stinker at AFCON. He plays bad a lot and then gets his goal to cover it up. But there's just something with Liverpool fans recently where they just infest every app that I like, Twitter, TikTok, Instagram. They infest my messages, and I'm scared to invite them to YouTube as well. So I just said, you know what? Let's have this peace offering one time. Salah, you can have number one, but we're coming for the throne next year for certain. Stokes, you have Salah 1, Saka 2. So chat to us about, you know, why you've done that.
Yeah, I mean, the way I see it, it's disrespectful to suggest that there's even like a pecking order here. Like he's unanimous number one, and then Saka can come in. He's a good player. He's come number two, no problem.
Don't just say he's a good player. Like he's just like some any guy.
He's a nice footballer. Like he's a good player. Gets the numbers, gets the goals, gets the penalty. You know, he's a good player. But
yeah, the penalties. Add the penalties, but for Salah we don't add the penalties. Yeah.
Okay. Salah's just an all round better. He's a Premier League legend. You know, he's Premier League great. He's Salah, you know.
No, that's cool, but so is Mahrez. But we're not putting him, you know, number one because
Mahrez is gone. But you know what I mean? Like when Salah goes to Saudi as well, it'd be hard maybe to keep him in. But for now, yeah, he's the guy, you know.
But what do you think about Saka doing it in Champions League whilst Salah is playing? Like, I don't even know.
For me,
is it who are they even playing?
Sparta Prague.
And,
Sparta Prague.
So would you not say that holds some weight? Yes.
To me, I don't have a number 1, 2. For me, it's 1A, 1B. Which one do you prefer? I think they're both like, if they could be shared number one, and you said they split the points in terms of cals, right? I'd say Champions League does hold weight, but I just prefer Salah, so I just put him number one. That's it. That's really the difference.
Interesting. So to clarify, I gave Salah number one, as did Stokes, Yaz, Salad, Alfie, Ted, and the ones I gave Saka the 10 was Ali, Ted, Ali, Haf, and Aaron. I think Salah has gotten his assist bag recently, which has definitely been very impressive. I like what he's doing there. I think Saka's getting that level of inevitability where even if he plays below par, he's going to get you in. He's going to get you a goal, which is, you know, what Salah's been, I guess, doing for 3 or 4 years now, if we're being completely honest. So fair play to both of them. Last time around, funnily enough, actually, Salah was 5th place. Ali did not have him on his list whatsoever. People were disgusted, but he was disgusted by Salah's performances that year. So, and I let him land on that one, to be honest.
So who was number one last year?
Saka was number one last year.
Oh, okay.
So last year was Saka, Messi, Kingsley Coman. So Messi and Coman have vanished. Saka has gone down from 1 to 2. But don't worry, I'll sacrifice that number one spot if it means that this time we get number one spot in the Premier League title. Yeah. Cold. But with that being said, let me quickly read out our top 10 again, just in case. And on the screen now, you're going to see everyone's list. Cook people accordingly. Put in the comments who has the worst list here. 10th place is Ousmane Dembele. 9th place, Kubo. 8th place, Mohamed Kudus. 7th place, Leroy Sane. 6th place is Yamal. 4th and 5th were joint, but 5th place, Foden. 4th, Cole Palmer. 3rd, Rodrygo. 2nd, Bukayo Saka. And in 1st place, Mohamed Salah. Congratulations, but it's not going to get you that Premier League title. There we go. Hopefully, man, enjoyed it. We'll be back finally with the draft next week, probably like a Champions League draft. And then it's time for top 10 strikers. That one is going to be chaos, unsure of it. Have a wonderful weekend. All the best in a bit.
So,
Bosh.